Creating a folder in Cascade Server. Hello, my name is Linda Watson and I'm the Web Technology Manager. I'm going to show you how to create a new folder within your department folder. We're going to be using the training folder again today. So what you're going to be doing after you log into Cascade, you will notice on the left, base folder and Rollins. And again, if you do not see these folders, come over here and you will see a little tab with an arrow, and if you click that it will expand your folders. Clicking on Rollins, and then depending whether your site is in the internet or intranet, that is where you're going to go. I'm going to go to the internet, and then I'm going to click on the Rollins training folder. Now if you're reviewing this video for your training class, what you're going to be doing is creating your own folder within the Rollins training folder. If you're making a department folder, you will click on your department name. So if your department name is English, you will click on that department name. And maybe you want to create a new folder entitled Faculty. So this is the process that you would be doing. I am going to create a folder called Watson because in training each person needs to come in here to the system and create a folder that will hold their training materials. I'm going to go to New up in the blue bar. I'm going to go to Rollins Training, or you will see your department name up here and it will be English whatever. It will spread out for you. I'm going down to Folder and click on Folder. I'm going to get a dialog box that comes up, and the first thing it asks me is for a display name. Now remember, the display name will show up in menus, in breadcrumbs, and on page headings. So this is the display name, and I'm just going to put Watson Linda. So if you're in training, that would be probably a nice thing to put for your folder. You notice that I use capital letters. Now the system name, it has a star by it, so that means it's required. And if we come over here and look at some of the folders that are already created, images, this is the type of name that we're creating. It's going to be the name of the folder in the system. So we're going to want to use small letters. We're not going to want to use spaces, but we'll use hyphens if we need to. So I'll put in Watson hyphen Linda. And it's all small letters. I'm using a hyphen. I'm not using an underscore or a space. And I just simply submit this. And when I hit submit, I am submitting this to Cascade Server. This is not out on the internet yet. And if I went to the development server or the production server, wherever I'm publishing to, you cannot see it. I would have to go up here and hit the publish button for it to go out. But we're not going to publish anything quite yet. We're just submitted it to the Cascade server. Now inside my folder, just like you would do in training, I'm going to create two other folders just for practice. So I click on the Watson Linda folder. I come back up here to New, and I spread out the Rollins Training. I'm going down to Folder. This time the folder is going to be an Images folder, and it's going to hold my images. It's always good practice to have an Images folder in your site. So if there's not one there, I would suggest you make one. I'm just going to put images small here, and then for the system name, images also. And then click the submit button, which again is just submitting it to the Cascade server. It's not out on the web. And now I'm going to make one more folder. So I come back up to the Watson-Linda folder because that's the folder I want to create it into. And I can double check myself by looking right up here on the URL. I'm in the Rollins Internet, Rollins Training, Watson Linda, And of course, instead of Watson Linda, it'll be your last name and first name. So that's the folder I'm creating it in. So I'm going back to New, go to Rollins Training, go to Folder, and this time I'm making a Documents folder. I think it's also important to keep our documents all in one place. Maybe they're PDF documents, Word documents, whatever documents we might have. And I'm going to submit that to the Cascade server. Now, if I've decided that I have created something I do not want, I can come up here and click the delete button. We do have a short video on deleting folders and images, so if you do need to delete something, please watch that video. This concludes making folders on the Cascade server. If you have any questions or concerns, please do not hesitate to contact the Web Strategy team, and you can email me personally at lmwatson@rollins.edu.